Now open. Slim Chickens. It is a bad day to be chicken here in Celebration. How's it going, everybody? We are here at Slim Chicken in Celebration. Also some very beautiful, I think, condos or apartments right behind us. A lot of construction. This is a brand new area, like I said, in Celebration, just minutes from Disney World. A lot of people have talked about Slim Chickens. I think this is more of like a Georgia thing maybe, or just like not a ton in Florida, but they did just open up this one today. It is brand new, so we're gonna try it out for you guys, let you know what we think. Never tried it before, so like I said, let's go try out some chicken here at Slim Chickens, Celebration, Florida. Now, here at Slim Chickens, we can see they have a drive-through here over to the right. It is pretty packed right now, and funny enough, that Advent Health Imaging Center I went to about a month or two ago at this point, maybe a little bit longer than that, and that is also new. Nicole said I think they're putting in a brewery over here.
Fat Burger,
so
a burrito place, Jeff Bagel's run. Apparently that's like top notch down here.
Well, there you go. So this whole complex, again, here in Celebration is all pretty new. There is a Publix, I think, right down there as well. All of this, again, very, very new. So inside, you could see some of the fun design here of the chicken here. Looks like you have a little guitar action. Welcome to Slim Chickens in Celebration. 17 house sauces. I love flavored sauces here. Open 10:30 to 10 p.m. every day unless they're closed. You could see again their southern heart here. So I do think it is here in some of the southern states. I don't know if they have opened up anything here inside of the Florida area though. Maybe up north it would kind of make sense. Either way, let's go check out what they have to offer. Let's get a look at the menu up here. So we have tenders and wings, craft sandwiches, farm fresh salads, slim sweets, some house wraps. I like the fresh wings. I love a good wing, so we'll see how good they are. Again, they have 17 house sauces right there. You'd love to see that. I know that they thinned out their sauce menu over at Chicken Guy, so let's hope these are here to stay. We have just ordered, got a few different options. We'll show you them as they come to the table, but I did want to show you these large cups. They are limited, I guess, right now, and you can see it says Celebration. So I guess the Slim Chickens, these big cups, are specific for wherever they are at. So this one, again, in Celebration, and you can see some of the iconic places here, like downtown Celebration right there. That's like the building down there. I think it's a little hotel. You can see like the fountains and some of that. So it's actually pretty sweet. I love to see that they like embrace wherever they are opening up. So again, Slim Chicken Celebration here, unique cup. All right, we went ahead and went with the chicken and waffles here. I feel like I've been looking for a chicken and waffle. I feel like we just recently did a chicken dish with chicken and churros. That's what it was, and it just didn't hit that same spot. So chicken and waffles, love to see it. And then they have options to do like a split with tenders and wings. So we did the 3 and 3. So this is 3 tenders and 3 wings. And then you get some dipping sauces. So it comes with 2 dipping sauces. And then you can get the wings covered however you want. So we did the buffalo on the wings. And then we did a garlic parm sauce. And then a hot sauce for the tenders. Just a little sample. You know, you want to see what the flavors are and what they kind of taste like. So we'll let you know kind of what we think. But so far, everything looks pretty good. And then we did also do a side of mac and cheese. It is a white mac and cheese, not a yellow. Sometimes I feel like that's super good. Sometimes I feel like it can be hit or miss. So we will go ahead and try this out for you really quick. I do want to show you also the drink option that we have right around the corner. All right, let's take a look at the products that they have. So they are a Coca-Cola based product business here. Also, it looks like we have some fresh lemonade. I always love to see that. I wonder if tea is the same thing. And it is actually on the other side. So lemonade, Coke products, and then we have some freshly brewed raspberry tea, freshly brewed peach tea, unsweet tea, and a regular sweet tea. It looks like you can probably get some coffee. Is that what this is here? All right, I believe the owner or one of the managers was nice enough to bring out a list of all of their sauces here so we can try every single one for you here. He said he really likes the slim sauce. He says it very much resembles a Chick-fil-A sauce, but non-GMO, no like sugar, and apparently it's very, very good. And then he also said the Inferno is supposed to be pretty hot, which is right here. So we'll be the judge of that. I feel like a lot of people say that their sauces are hot, and they don't always taste super hot, but this is like pasty red, so I feel like that is going to be pretty hot there. And then they did say that their cayenne ranch is supposed to be pretty good. So again, we'll try a little bit of everything here. We don't have too many options to try it, but at least we have fries. So if we can't put it on chicken, we'll at least put it on a fry. I also want to point out that I went ahead and did the sweet tea because it is a Southern-based company. And I feel like Southern sweet tea is kind of iconic, so I'll let you know how that is as well. But we need to now dig in so it doesn't get too cold. We're gonna start with the chicken wings. Again, these have the original buffalo.
Sauce is really good. I wouldn't mind them a little bit crispier, but they're really good. It's not like the chewy, gamey chicken that like sometimes we get when we try wings. The skin is nice on them, not breaded, which I'm not a fan of. But the buffalo is like the perfect buffalo without being too spicy. I'll try all the sauces for fries.
Yeah, I think the sauces, because we have so many, it's gonna be a little hard to try them on the chicken. We don't have too much chicken here. So this is the hot sauce. What do you think about that?
It's like a nice hot, but my mouth's not on fire. Very like vinegary though. But I actually really enjoy that. I think that could be pretty good on a wing, but I think the buffalo is like thicker, so I like that thicker consistency, but that's a really good hot.
All right, we're gonna try out some of the chicken tender. Before we put some sauce on it, I wanna see how good the actual chicken is itself. I feel like a lot of people like compare like, oh, it's better than Raising Cane's, is what I've been kind of reading online, so we'll just try a bare tender as is. It's a good crisp tender. It's nicely seasoned and it feels like real chicken, which is always a plus. I'm sure it is real chicken, but sometimes you go to these places and it doesn't taste totally like real chicken. That's really good actually. And I am a huge fan. You guys know I don't like thick breading, not too much breading on these. Huge plus to this. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna try their slim sauce. I feel like every chicken restaurant has their iconic sauce. I feel like it's some combination of ketchup, mustard, maybe mayonnaise or whatever they decide to put in there. So we're gonna try theirs, kind of compare it maybe to something like a Chick-fil-A sauce or whatever it might be. Either way, it does have that same kind of coloring, a little thicker. And it's good, it's a little sweet. There's something extra in there that's kind of punching you in the mouth a little bit with the flavor. I can't tell what it is. I think it's maybe a garlic or something in there. There's definitely a flavor that's kind of coming forward a little bit more than some of your like Chick-fil-A sauces, which is kind of like standard across the board. This one has something more, and I think there is like a garlic of some sort or something that's kind of coming through a little bit more heavy with this slim sauce. It is a good sauce, and I like it. Maybe like a ranch or something. I don't really know, but you can see it is a thicker sauce for sure. I'm gonna try this chicken and waffle now. As you guys know, I've been trying a lot of chicken and waffle type dishes recently, and I haven't been able to find one, so I'm hoping this is pretty good. It looks like they put the syrup on the chicken and the waffle itself, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to kind of mix and match the like chicken itself with like dips if you don't want to like kind of combine those. But either way, chicken and waffle time. Let's see. That's solid. I feel like chicken and waffles is one of those iconic like Southern dishes that people kind of started to make a big thing recently. And that's good. I like the flavor on it. I feel like the waffle is actually really good. I could almost do one of their waffles if they do like breakfast. It's solid. I like the flavors. As far as the syrup goes, it's a nice sweet syrup, and I think everything kind of comes together with it. I actually think you might be able to put some sauce on there, and it's not really going to hurt it. Now we're going to go ahead and take a step away from the chicken and head over to the mac and cheese. Nicole's going to try that out for us here.
Oh, I like that. That reminds me of Panera mac and cheese, and I love Panera mac and cheese. Very creamy.
Yeah, so I actually had a bite off camera just right before she did, and I was like, yeah, that is a very creamy mac and cheese, and she had it. It is. It's a very well done mac and cheese. If you like kind of that like creamy, almost has a little bit of a sharpness to like the cheddar to it, not a ton, but a little bit. That's what you're getting out of that, and I love that. I feel like sometimes you get mac and cheese that's a little dry as it kind of sits. This has been sitting for a few minutes, and it's still nice and creamy, which is a huge plus. I do love that mac and cheese. Because there's so many sauces, we're gonna do a little bit here. It's gonna be like the quick, like 5 or 10 second review of each of the sauces. We're just gonna go down the line. I know we did cover like 1 or 2 of them, but here we go. How many sauces we got here? Is 12? Right? Yeah, okay, here we go. Quick hits.
All right, honey barbecue. Delicious, sweet. Hot, already tried, really good hot. Ranch was fantastic in my opinion. Up there with Wingstop, and that's like top notch in my head. Garlic parm. It's a little salad. Oh, little salad dressing-y to me. I think that would taste good on lettuce, believe it or not. The spicy barbecue. I'm not really getting a spice. Doesn't taste super different than the honey. Maybe a little bit at the end. It's good. The cayenne ranch. a little bit spicy. Oh, a lot of bit spicy. I think that's spicier than the honey barbecue or the spicy barbecue, or it's just catching up to me. All right, we're getting into like the wilder flavor, so let's see how these go. We have a sriracha garlic. That's really good, actually. It reminds me of something from like the hot pot place. Honey mustard. I'm not a fan of honey mustard in general, so it's honey-y. Not bad, actually. The slim sauce. It reminds me of like Thousand Island. Korean barbecue. I like the honey barbecue better. All right, the mango habanero. I don't like spicy, so fingers crossed. Well, the mango is sweet, but the habanero is hot. And the Inferno, I'm a little nervous to try. All right, here we go. Very Tabasco-y, but good.
Well, again, the owner just surprised us with their dessert options, and this is an Oreo cheesecake here in a jar. So there's cheesecake bites with some Oreo in there, and you get to keep these mason jars. I feel like that's such a southern thing to do. This is a brownie one here. This looks packed, and like this is going to be super, super good. And then finally, a strawberry cheesecake. Again, you have cheesecake bites in there with the strawberry. Very excited to try these, so we'll let you know. But Nicole is heating up right now from the hot sauce. I'm gonna guess it's that Inferno sauce. Yeah? I'm gonna guess it was the Inferno sauce. We were also just blessed with the buffalo mac and cheese. This was another option that we were looking at doing. Let's have Nicole try it out and let us know what you think. You have buffalo chicken in here with some of the cheese, with the cayenne ranch in there. It looks like you have some onion straws to top it off.
Cheers.
Thank you.
The mac and cheese is so creamy, where like the buffalo sauce kind of blends in with it versus like it's layered. Like I feel like because the mac and cheese is so gooey and so creamy, something like this goes so well. This is good.
All right, I went ahead and tried a bite of this buffalo mac and cheese. That is some of the best buffalo mac and cheese I have had. And she's not wrong. So what you do is you have this creaminess from the mac and cheese with the buffalo. It goes super well together. I think this would be my go-to dish after trying everything. That was super, super good. I don't know if I could recommend anything else more than that. Everything else has actually been fantastic so far, but that was like next level good, by the way. Do not sleep on that buffalo mac and cheese. I went ahead and tried all of the flavors for you really quick. I would say the spicy barbecue was solid. I really liked it. The hot is also really good, but honestly, their buffalo is just like really, like, I don't know, like that's such a classic flavor, and I think they nailed it. The Inferno is definitely hot. Mango habanero, pretty hot. The sriracha garlic and the Korean barbecue are both like those flavors that I feel like you would have in like an Asian cuisine, and I don't know if they totally fit for like this type of chicken. However, if somebody likes that type of flavor, the chicken, I think it's gonna all go together pretty well. So those two definitely a little bit more Asian-y. Everything else really hits the nail on the head. The one that kind of stuck out to me a little bit is this garlic parm. It definitely feels a little bit more like some sort of dressing, not as much as that garlic parm. I was expecting kind of that thick sauce, and it wasn't really coming together for me there. So that was one that I was really anticipating, and it wasn't my favorite, but I think all the rest of them were pretty good. And it still wasn't a bad flavor. It just wasn't like that really heavy garlic parm that I was looking for. Here is the cheesecake. Does this not look amazing? I mean, the lid comes off, and it is like filled to the top right now. Here we go with, this is the Oreo cheesecake jar cake thing. Ooh, that is super good. Holy cow. Wow. That's like a 10 out of 10 right there, right off the bat. This is insanely good. I can't recommend this enough either. I have never heard of Slim Chickens before until literally Nicole brought it up, and I'm a fan. I would definitely stop here. I've never seen it before out and about. I've never seen it anywhere. Highly, highly recommend everything so far. It has been so good. I'm excited to try these last two desserts, but already this is so good. The chicken's been good. Incredible.
So I think he said it was like a Heath chocolate, right? I think I taste those like crunchy Heath in there. And I feel like the whipped cream's almost like homemade. That's good. I love chocolate.
I just went ahead and tried that one out. I think this is going to be our favorite one.
That is good. The cheesecake like chunks in this are so good. It's like real cheesecake. And I think just like a simple fruit cheesecake is sometimes the best. This is so refreshing and light for a treat.
So we have so much food on our table right now, but Nicole, I do need to ask you a question. Out of our 3 entree dishes, what is your favorite to least favorite? And then for desserts, though they are the same type of dessert, completely different flavors, what is your favorite to least favorite?
In first place, I would say the 3 and 3 with the side of mac and cheese. A very close second is the mac and cheese bowl, but personally, I like the dry chicken dipped in the ranch with the side of mac. Although this is the best mac and cheese bowl I've ever had. So don't like sleep on it, but I like the side of mac with the chicken. And then my third is the chicken and waffle. Nothing against it, but I personally don't like sweet foods as a meal. Like breakfast for dinner, never want it. So the waffle was really, really good, but I don't like the sweet waffle at dinner time. I want savory. For the desserts, my first would be the strawberry cheesecake, although I wish there was a little bit of like strawberry glaze or strawberry sauce in there. Second place, I think, is the Oreo cheesecake. The cheesecake chunks are just, ooh, they're so good. And then third place is the brownie one. It's so rich and decadent. It's a bit heavier than the other two. And I think it's missing those cheesecake chunks that are like real good.
So for me, I would say my number one is probably that mac and cheese bowl. That buffalo mac with like the whole hodgepodge of whatever's going on over there is fantastic. No lie, that is seriously the best buffalo mac and cheese I think I've ever had. I have to agree with Nicole on that. Then second for me would be the wings and tender combo. As much as I like being able to dip into the sauces, I feel like I could consistently see myself just picking up the mac and cheese bowl and calling it a day. I do feel like if I want to be able to dip, I would go for those. And their chicken is fantastic. I think the light breading is a huge plus, but you guys know that I'm not a huge like thick breading person. I like that thin breading just enough to give you that flavor and kind of give you a little bit of crunch, but not too much. So really like that. The chicken and waffles were also fantastic, but I just think like when you put it all together, it was just hard to beat those other 2 options. Again, I would probably give everything just like 10 out of 10s here. It was very, very good. When it comes to the dessert itself, I would definitely say the Oreo was top notch for me. That was so good. That is number 1. Number 2 is then the strawberry cheesecake. And I'm not a huge strawberry cheesecake person, but that was super, super good. And it's just like super fresh tasting. And then in last would then be the brownie one. And again, I think all of them I would definitely get again. But like the Oreo one was so good because it was like light and fluffy, but also super flavorful. It didn't feel like you were eating something too heavy.
All right, let us talk about Slim Chickens and compare it to some of your other options here. So that is our review of Slim Chickens here. Now let's compare it a little bit to some of your other options. I would say Chick-fil-A is kind of in this category. Also, I can see the fireworks going on in the background, which is pretty cool. So you guys can kind of see Disney fireworks from here in Celebration, which is pretty cool. It's not super visible, but through the trees. Either way, we have, I would say, Raising Cane's, Chick-fil-A, maybe kind of like KFC. And there is another place down here called Huey Magoo's, which is also very good. I would say, in all honesty, honest review, this is probably the best out of all of them. I think the amount of different options you have here is a huge plus. So Raising Cane's, a lot of people love their chicken, but you can only get tenders there. It's pretty much all you get. Here you have options of chicken sandwiches. You can do the bowls, so like the actual mac and cheese bowls. You can do the wings, the tenders, and then, they have chicken wraps. So the menu is a little bit more diverse. I would say almost a little bit more closely related to something like a Chick-fil-A. However, I feel that the chicken quality here is way better than Chick-fil-A. And in my opinion, I think it's better than Raising Cane's. I love Raising Cane's, but I really liked what they had here to offer. I liked all of the sauce options. I feel like Raising Cane's is also kind of known for their like Raising Cane sauce, and that's kind of it. This place is cool. It's a nice little establishment. It doesn't totally feel like you're eating like a fast foodie kind of place. I feel like it's definitely a step up from that. All of the food was fantastic. The desserts is also something that I think put it well and above beyond all of those other options. You never get dessert options, I feel, at some of these other places. So I do think that having that option here with really, really good desserts, really nice options that are different from like option to option, I think is great. And like I said, out of all those chicken options, this is probably my favorite. Now, hopefully you guys did enjoy our food review here. We have been trying to do a little bit more of them in 2024. It is something that I feel like a lot of you guys like to see, and we like to share with you guys. So if you did enjoy today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. See you guys in the next one. Take care.